Okay, we're going to be looking this afternoon, okay, at game styles. So, if you've had a chance to have a look at your book, you'll notice we've listed down 5 different types of game styles. So, it's up to you as players how you develop your game and what you feel comfortable with in terms as to what your style of play is going to be. So, we've got 5 basic game styles written down here in your book. First one is the serve and volleyer. Okay, so if you've got a really good serve, a really good first serve, and you're good at the net, your style of play when you play your matches will be serving and volleying, because that will be your strength. Okay, if you like to stay on the baseline and you've got really good topspin forehands and backhands, and you're quite an athletic player and you like to play long rallies, okay, and you're aggressive, in other words, you like to step into the court and use your forehand a lot to try and win the point, you're going to be an aggressive baseline player. You're not going to want to go to the net too often. You want to stay at the back. Defensive baseliner. Again, you like to stay at the back of the court, but you're not looking to move forwards to attack your short balls. What you're looking to do is to get your opponent to make the mistakes. So what you're looking to do as a defensive baseliner is to keep the ball nice and deep, to move your opponent from side to side, to not make any mistakes, but to let your opponent make the errors. Okay? Then we've got the all-rounder. So the all-rounder player would be able to serve and volley, because they have a good first serve, they'll be able to go to the net, they'll be able to use their volleys when they want to, especially on grass. Okay? They'll also be able to rally from the back of the court, so they'll be able to hit aggressive topspin shots from the back of the court. They'll be able to use slice. Okay, basically as an all-round player, you can adapt to the different surfaces, and you've got different shots to be able to use in your armoury, not just one style of play. And then we've got the clay quarter type of player, the player who likes to just play on clay court. His type of game would be similar to the baseliner, where he's using a lot of topspin, okay, a lot of height on the ball, a lot of depth, and using slice as well to vary the spin. As a clay quarter, you need to be fit and strong, because you've got to be playing long rallies on clay, because remember, a clay court's a slow surface. And you've also got to be able to come to the net when you get the opportunity to finish the point with the volley. Okay, Nadal, perfect case in point as your clay quarter player, because not only has he got really good extreme topspin shots from the back of the court, he's got good slice on the backhand, and he also can come to the net. And in actual fact, Nadal is a really good volleyer. If you watch Nadal play, he's exceptionally good at the net with his volleys. He doesn't miss any volleys. Okay, so those are your different styles of play. Before we go onto the courts and trying out the different styles of play, I just want to quickly go through some basic tactics as players. Okay, so it doesn't matter really what style of play you choose, you're still going to use these basic tactics to develop your points. Okay, so coaches, what I'd like you to do is just serve and return. Okay, just an ordinary first serve, a nice easy return, recover to the middle, because remember, what you're looking to do, certainly as a returner, is to return the ball back deep and recover to the middle of the court. Then you are both in the middle on what we call neutral, so nobody has the advantage in the rally. Then, once you're both in the middle, you're looking straight away to move your opponent. It's no good if you're just hitting the ball up and down the middle, because you're not making your opponent run. We want to make our opponent run, and we want to create space on the court to hit the shot into, to hit your ball into. So we're always constantly looking to hit our ball into the space. That way we're making our opponent do the running. So guys, if you want to have a nice easy rally to begin with, so serve and return, yeah, normal serve. So not too hard on the hits, I want to see the rallies. Okay, so we're looking to return down the middle, and now we're looking to keep the ball in play. So we must keep that ball over the net and into the court. Okay, nice shot. Let's go again. Keep serving and returning. So first of all, we've got to get the serving play, and then we're recovering back to the centre to cut. Okay, stop. Okay, so already my two coaches are making mistakes. You don't want to hit the ball out. As soon as you hit the ball out, you've lost the point. So your first thing is, right, I've got to get that ball over the net and into the court. So you've got to be patient. Don't go for your winner off the first or second shot. Okay? You've got to build the rally slowly. Okay, let's go again. So let's see you building the rally slowly. Good. So you're up and down the middle, nice and steady. And now you're looking to start to hit that ball cross court. So you're looking now for where the space is on the court. Let's go again. So again, return a serve, nice and high, deep down the middle.
Another time.
Okay, one more chance, and then we replace you with Jadita. Let's go, Fraser. So what I'm looking for is a rally where we're trading the ball. So who can tell me a couple of things? Who can tell me a couple of things about trading, when we are trading the ball? Who can tell me? Jadita? Go and replace Fraser. Who can tell me a couple of things about what we're doing at the moment? So at the moment, we're trading. Who can tell me what trading is? What are we doing when we're trading? One thing. What are we doing when we trade the ball? Okay. The net. Okay. That comes before your opponent. So if you don't get the ball over the net, you've lost the point. So you have to get the ball over the net safely. So a good height over the net would be about 3 feet. 3 feet high over the net. You're clearing the net then. Keep going, guys. Yeah, serve and return and play some rallies. So height over the net. What else are we looking for once we've got the height over the net? Anybody? Mario? What are we looking when we've got height over the net? What's next? Yeah, what has the ball got to do once it's gone over the net?
Go in.
Yeah, it's got to go in the court, hasn't it? Okay, it's got to go in the court. So we must get that ball over the net and into the court first before we start thinking about doing anything. So trading, we're making sure we've got height and the ball's going into the court. What else are we doing when we're trading? Look at where our players are standing. Where are our players hitting the ball from? Yeah. Out of the court. So our players are hitting from the back of the court behind the baseline. So what we don't want is our players stepping into the court. So if you hit a short ball, your player is going to step into the court. What's going to happen when your player moves up into the court? What are they going to do? What are they going to do? Okay, Simon, perfect. They're going to attack. They're going to use their forehand and they're going to hit that forehand into your backhand. You're going to lose the point. So for first thing, over the net, into the court, plus keep your opponent back off the court. Okay, keep going, guys. So we're looking at that. Both players are keeping their opponents back behind that baseline, so their opponent can't attack. Okay. Where else do we want our opponent when we are trading? Who can tell me? Where else would be a really good place for our opponent to be hitting their ball from? Do I want my opponent to be constantly hitting the ball from here?
No.
No. Would I like my opponent to have to hit their balls from over here?
Yeah.
Oh yes, of course I would, yeah. So So how am I going to get my opponent out as far as this? How am I going to get my opponent to this position? So I'm going to hit my balls cross court, okay? As soon as I can get that ball cross court, the better. Because I'm then going to take my opponent back off the court and out wide off the court. And this is where I want my opponent. Now that might take me 5, 6 shots in a rally to achieve that. It might take me 10 shots before I get my opponent wide enough to create the space. But once I've created that space, I am then going to go down into that space with my next shot. Nice, Judita. Okay, good. So you see on that one there, that was quite a long rally, but Judita managed to move Christian over to this position here. It was a little bit late on the ball, a little bit late on the shot. Okay, not quite in position. Consequently, the next shot for Judita was quite an easy one. So there, Judita is starting to take control of the rally. Okay, let's go again. So let's watch for a couple of minutes just to see how they build the rally. So they're up and down the middle at the moment. Okay, stop. That's a mistake. Ball's out. So we're going to go to points. Let's go 10 points and let's see how they build the rallies to get the points. So Christian has just hit his ball out after about 4 shots. So what he needs to work on is, oh, okay, I can't hit the ball out. I'm losing the point. So he's got to focus on keeping that ball in the court, not to make any mistakes. 1-0 to Judita. Let's go. Good serve, up and down the middle. They're still trading. Okay, no one's really building the point yet, although that was a good shot cross court. Now Christian is starting to, okay, out. Okay, do you see how Christian there started to be a bit more aggressive? He was stepping into the court and taking the ball a little bit earlier. So he's starting there to take control of the rally, and it worked because Judita was under pressure there. She hit the ball out. That's only because Christian was stepping in and being more aggressive and taking the ball earlier rather than waiting for the ball. So what game style would you say Christian was doing in that point there? What would be the game style for Christian?
Aggressive baseline.
Fantastic, exactly, perfect, aggressive baseliner. Okay, so let's go again, coaches. Let's see another rally. So a good serve down the tee, good recovery, nice return, nice and deep down the middle. Now they're both trying to use their forehands, especially Judita, and they're a perfect case in point. Judita's left-handed, yeah? So she's going to hit cross-court forehand to Christian's backhand, which is his weak side. So again, she hit 2 really good cross-court forehands there to win the point. Let's go again. Second serve, ball was out. So let's look at the second serve now, and let's see how they build the point. So again, nice recovery, nice return. Mistake from Judita on the second shot after on the first shot after the serve. Okay, she shouldn't be making that kind of mistake. She's not under pressure. She didn't just give the ball enough height over the net, did she? The ball was too low, hit the net, lost the point. Other side, please. Other side. So I want you now, coaches, to think about a game style that you want to use. Okay, just have a think, and then I want to see you try and put that into operation. And I want our players to watch, and we're going to have a look to see what game styles our coach is doing. So let's have a watch and let's see what happens. Off we go. Yep. So nice serve, good return down the middle, under pressure from Judita, and out. Okay, go again. So have a look at the coaches, see what game styles they're adopting. Second serve. It's okay. Nice serve. So, I'm guessing, Judita, what game style would you think she's trying to adopt there? Who can tell me? Serve and volley. Any other game style?
All round.
All-rounder. Okay. Mario. Huh? Baseline attacker, aggressive baseliner. Okay, let's ask her. Judita, what game style are you trying to adopt? So, baseline aggressive player. Okay, let's go again. So let's watch. Baseline aggressive player. Let's see her. Yeah, nice ball. So, yeah, she's hitting that ball early. She's not waiting for the ball. She's not being defensive. She's trying to get lots of spin and power on those ground strokes. Aggressive baseliner. Let's have a look at Christian's game style. Let's see what he's trying to do. Okay, let's have a look at another point.
Defending.
Okay. I'm going to choose 2 or 3 players to play against the coaches, and I want you to tell me what game style you're going to adopt against the coaches. Okay? So stop there. So Christian, what game style would you be using there?
Well, I try to be a bit defensive because Judita puts me under a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
So this is my main task, I would say.
Yeah, exactly. Because Judita is very competent with her ground strokes from the back of the court, with those forehands, especially those forehands, that's a real strength of Judita's game, you can see that. Okay, she's putting a lot of pressure on Christian. So he really has no choice at the moment. He has to adopt a defensive game style. Okay? So what he's looking for is to try and keep that ball back, keep getting that ball back, on hoping that eventually Judita is going to go for a winner and make the mistake. It might pay off. Might be a good strategy. Might be a good game style to use against Judita. Okay? So that's what Christian's doing at the moment. So let's have Mario now. Yeah? Judita? You're playing against Mario. Mario, I want you to think of a game style that you're going to use against Judita. Okay?
You know, Mary. Easy, Mary.
Mario, you can serve, yeah?
You know,
Well, you're going to serve as well. Yes? Well, you have to serve in a match, don't you? So you're going to serve. Yeah? So we'll do a tie break. We'll do a couple of points each serving. You serve for a couple of points. Okay? What's important here, players, what's important here, and if I choose you to come up and play, what's important is to really concentrate and think about your game style. It's not whether you're going to win the point or not, okay? It's whether you're actually executing that particular game style, okay? It might be that your game is best suited to serve and volley. So if you come up, have a go at serve and volley. It might be that you really like to be defensive at the back of the court. That's fine. So let's have a look at Mario. Off we go. Okay, 1-0. Serve again, Mario. So in that particular point, you didn't have to do much. You had to get the ball in, get it deep, and Judita made the mistake. Unforced error. Your serve, Judita.
It's quite easy for a person who's trained for balls, like.
What?
It's quite easy
2-0.
for a person who's trained for balls, like.
Two, one. So it's quite clear that none of our players are using the serve and volley approach, are they? Okay, so they're not serving and volley, so we can rule that one out. Let's go. Second serve. Two, you're serving.
Juice. That's a good guess.
Videoing.
Filming. Are you filming? Alex, are you taking a video?
2-3. So, Andre, you're going to be next.
Oh,
And I want you to think of a game style different to the one we're seeing here. Okay? So you've got a choice. Serve and volley, all-rounder, clay quarter. Out. Last point. Out. Second serve. Okay. Andre, replace Judita, please. Simon.
Yeah.
Bottom.
Simon.
Go get your racket, Simon.
Simon.
Okay, think about your game style. Okay, before we do that, I'm going to ask Mario, okay, what he likes to play, what his style of game is, what we were doing there. What were you thinking of doing there, Mario? All-rounder. Okay, so yeah, Mario's got a good serve, he's got great hands, he's got good volleys at the net, he can defend when he has to. When he gets a short ball, he can step into the court and be aggressive. So actually, yeah, you would say Mario has actually got an all-round game. So he's not just going to stay at the baseline for the entire rally, for the entire match. He's going to look to move forwards, be aggressive, approach the net when he can, because remember, if you get up to the net, you can finish the point off quickly, right? If you stay at the back, you have long rallies, like David Ferrer, for instance. David Ferrer stays at the back all day, yeah? Long rallies, 20, 30 shot rallies. That's physically very hard work. Okay, if you want to finish the point early, get up to the net, use your volley to win the point quickly. Right, you two, let's go. Let's have a look at the game styles between Andre and Simon. Okay.
Out.
It's on track. He has the service hand.
1-0. You're serving, Andre. Yeah. So for two points. So what's the first thing they're trying to do after they've served and returned? What's the first thing they're looking to do? What are the two important things when you start the rally off? Who can tell me? You've served, you've returned. Now what are you trying to do? What's important? Come on, we've just been doing it. Anyone? What's that? No? What are they doing first of all? No, they're not.
Serving.
Now they've started to change the pattern of play there. But what's the first thing they were doing after they served and returned?
Ready position.
Rallied. So they were trading. What do you have to do when you start the rally off? Get the ball over. Get the ball over. Come on, the net. Thank you, Liam. And where else?
On the court.
Yeah. Yeah. It sounds so simple. Sounds so simple, doesn't it? But that's what you have to do. Yeah? Because if you don't, what's going to happen?
You're going to lose the point.
Exactly. You lose the point. Right, let's have a look. Yeah, net. Good call. So, Andre's style. Who's going to be the first to tell me what style he's using? Yeah. Exactly. Fantastic. Look at him. Right at the net. Straight away after his serve. Great smash there. So immediately he's got a good, after a good first serve. Remember, you need a good first serve before you come into the net. So you need to have a good first serve. Then he's straight in there, putting the pressure on his opponent.
And serving volley.
And again, forcing his opponent to try and pass him at the net. So he's making Simon go for a winner off the return of serve. So you're not rallying. Oh yeah, I'll hit a few shots on my forehand and I'll stay in the rally. No. You've got to hit that first ball past me. And if you don't, I've won the point. Okay. Good defence, Simon. But again, you see how aggressive Andre is. Straight up to the net, uses the volley. Lob's coming, but he's good overhead. Smashes the ball down, wins the point. Again, your turn to serve now, Andre. So Simon, what would your game style normally be? Yeah, there's a butt there. Well, yeah, but that doesn't stop you, does it? Go. So again, good first serve. See how important your serve is. Okay, if you've not practiced your serve, you're under pressure. You really have to have a good serve if you're going to dominate your opponent. Unlucky. Unlucky. So, Andre's serving and volleying. What would Simon be looking to do against the server and volleyer? Who can tell me? Yeah, how would he be defending against the serve and volleyer? You'd use the lob if he comes to the net. Yeah. How else would you stop a serve and volleyer?
Why are you videoing it for so long?
You try and keep him to the back of the court. So every shot you're trying to hit deep.
Why are you doing a video?
So he can't come to the net. If he's serving and coming to the net, keep using your lob to push him back, so he has to think twice. Oh, if I come to the net, I'm going to get lobbed every time. One more point.
It's ready though. Oh, I tried to leave him.
Perfect case in point. Well done, Simon. Okay, Andre did everything right on that rally. Apart from the last shot, which was what from Andre? Yeah, the volley wasn't good enough. Okay, it wasn't out of your opponent's reach. Simon was able to get a racket to the ball, and because he's skillful, he was able to use that top spin lob over Andre's head Nice depth on the ball, lots of top spin. Andre had no chance of getting that ball back. Okay, so there's your way of playing against someone who's constantly coming to the net. You have to be looking for that opportunity to use your lob every time, and then he's going to think twice about coming to the net, isn't he? Yeah, he's going to start thinking, oh, hang on, every time I go to the net, if my volley isn't perfect, I'm going to get lobbed. And if I get lobbed, chances are I'm going to lose the point. So then he's going to start staying back a bit more. Okay, that's what you want. You don't want a server and volley at the net all the time. You actually want your server and volleyer to be on the baseline. Because he doesn't want to be there. He doesn't like being there. Yeah? But if he has to keep going forwards and backwards all the time for that lob, he's not going to like that. What would you do if you had somebody who likes to stay on the baseline?
Drop shots.
Okay, so if your opponent likes to hit from the baseline all the time, what you would do, you would use a little slice, a little half-court slice ball. It doesn't have to be a drop shot, especially, because remember, a drop shot has a lot of risk to it, isn't there? If you're going for a drop shot, you're trying to get the ball close to the net, you might hit the ball in the net. So what you might want to do is to push a slice in that's low, that's hitting the service area here. So I'm forced to come from here. So I'm not hitting a top spin ball, it's a slice ball, which is nice and low. So I have to move forwards for a low ball here. So look at where I am now. Oh, I don't want to be here. I'm out of my comfort zone. But I have to be here because that's where the ball is. And now I'm going to lift the ball. Oh, where do I go now? Well, I have to go to the net. I can't go back there. You don't like being here. Your opponent passes you or lobs you. So if you're playing against somebody who just rallies from the back of the court, would you just rally back with them? Oh yeah, I'll rally with you. I'm losing though. But this is all I can do. I can just hit my forehands and backhands. And I never go into the court, but I'm losing all my points. I'm not winning at all. What would you do? You do that. You go, okay, I'm not going to stand here rallying all day. I'm actually going to see what you're like at the net. So now I'm going to just give you a little ball. I'm going to bring you forwards. Oh, okay, come forwards. And now I've got a target to aim for. Use your lob, use your passing shot. Okay? So what I'm trying to get you to do is to think about how you play your game, how you play your match. Don't just play in one particular style. Don't just rally backwards and forwards, hitting up and down the middle without thinking. Alright, have a look at your opponent, see what he likes to do, and then try and find out what he doesn't like to do. So if he doesn't like to hit backhands, oh, I can see that in the warm-up. You're playing a match. Okay, you're in the warm-up. We're going to do that in a second. You have 2 or 3 minutes to have a warm-up. And you hit to his backhand, a few forehands. And you hit to his backhand, and it's, oh, I'm struggling here on this backhand. Oh, yeah, he hits a few backhands in the net. This is before you've even started playing your match. You say to yourself, right, okay, I can see, oh, I know what shot you don't like. Because in the warm-up, you've hit half of your backhands in the net. As soon as the match starts, I'm going to go straight for your backhand. I'm not going to bother with any other shot. Because I know if I keep hitting that ball to your backhand, I'm going to win the point. You win the point, you win the game, you win the game, you win the match, don't you? That's what it's all about. Okay? You're trying to win. You've got to use your brain. You've got to look at your opponent and try and work out how to win. So we're going to do match play this afternoon. That's all we're going to do. Okay, we're going to keep changing opponents around. Coaches, we're going to ask our players what kind of game style they're using. And we're also going to ask our players what our opponent's weaknesses are. And we're going to find out if our players are hitting against our opponent's weaknesses. So I want you to keep asking them questions. What's your opponent good at? What's your opponent not so good at? Are you hitting to his weakness? Yeah? What kind of game style are you using? What's effective against your opponent? So all these questions we're going to be asking you. So it's not just a case of, yeah, I'm serving, you're returning, and we're hitting the balls backwards and forwards. Tennis is a lot more than that. You've got to use your brain. You've got to try and think about how to win the points. That's what tactics are. Tactics. Tactics. Yeah? The tennis player who uses his brain the most and thinks the most, Andy Murray, good case in point, he's constantly thinking in his brain, how can I win the next point? What does my opponent not like to do? Okay, well, I'll give him that then. Yeah? So that's what we're going to do this afternoon. Okay, so, coaches, we'll use all the